why'd you decide to take this class?
Well, I really wanted the chance to travel abroad, and so I was really looking forward to that. I kind of looked at all the options, and I wanted to go to Asia. That was just something I wanted to do. And then when I looked at this trip in particular and saw that it was so much more than just travel abroad, and we're really doing real work, a lot of experiences that I've never had, a lot of opportunities to learn, and I thought that was pretty exciting. And so I signed up for it right away because I just thought it would be a really cool class.
I want to go out of the country again. I went on a class like this last spring break, so I want to go again. But I thought the concept was cool. The human trafficking and stuff.
Two of my friends in my business fraternity went last year, and they absolutely loved it. So I just really wanted to be able to go over and experience the same thing. And I didn't, I've been wanting to study abroad for the longest time, but I never wanted to do anything that was too long, where it was a semester. So I was like, I'll start off small. So I decided to just do this one instead. And then it was either this or Guatemala, but even though that's in South America, I'm from Mexico, and I'd rather experience something completely different than just something that I'm going to be kind of semi-used to.
Well, I really wanted to study abroad, and this one was super interesting to me. And I really just wanted to get the culture aspect, I guess, of it, more than anything.
What made me decide is I've always wanted to travel outside the country, and this was a great opportunity. I don't know. Take the class, and also the whole purpose about it, the human trafficking, because I really didn't have a lot of insight to it, and this is also giving me the opportunity to learn it. I don't know.
And go to India.
To go to India, one, I haven't been there for 10.5 years. I was there for boarding school, and the other reason is I want to, also, if I take this class, I can get 3 credits towards my Spanish major. I'm going again, my main, and also since it's a business class, I'm going to France for study abroad this summer.
Really?
Yeah, for 6 weeks, and I get 12 credits, and I need 3 more credits for Spanish. And then, and I'd rather have those classes give me more business major credits, international business credits, than this one. I get 12 credits out of it from that class.
I just always wanted to study abroad, and I know 2 girls that went on it last year, and they liked it a lot. So, yeah.
So I'm graduating in the fall, or in the spring, and at the beginning of college, you kind of hear about all these different opportunities you have to travel and do all this, and I was kind of putting, different studies and finding a job in front of traveling, and then finally I'm at the point where it's my senior year, and it's shoot, what have I done to kind of challenge myself and make myself uncomfortable. And then Tia Garcia, Tia, she was in an introduction to religions course with me, and she mentioned this, and I was like, well, this is what I've been looking for. It just spoke to me immediately. So then I had to do it. Then I reached out to Rati, Apana, and I had to make myself go on this trip. So
That's cool.
Well, I've always wanted to help people, and I just want to feel like I'm making a difference in other people's lives, but I never knew how I could go about doing that in a way that I could still in a safe way, if that makes sense. 'Cause my parents I always try to sign up for mission trips, and my parents might be sketched, we don't want you going there alone and stuff, but since this is obviously faculty run, it's at the school, I'll actually be able to be in a good environment. My parents are okay with it, and it counts for credit hours, which is obviously a plus. But
So I've studied abroad quite a bit. I've been to France and Belgium and China, Guatemala, and Costa Rica. And I very recently have started going on service trips, and I really enjoy it. I did a Habitat for Humanity trip to Guatemala, and I think it was one of the most meaningful experiences that I've had. So if I was going to go again, I really wanted to go and do something that was actually going to help other people. So I think India is definitely going to be one of those kind of trips.
I decided to take this class because I like studying abroad and I wanted to do a service learning like in a different culture.
I really wanted to get a study abroad experience. I have yet to have one and I'm a junior. So I really wanted to like make it my goal to study abroad before I graduated. And I always had a passion for service learning. I'm actually pursuing a service learning certificate. So it was definitely something that I thought would be interesting, a good experience.
I definitely think for humanitarian purposes, like that's an extremely like viable reason to do something like this. I also always wanted to do a study abroad, just didn't have the time. I kind of like it took me forever to choose my major, and by the time I did, it was kind of too late to spend a semester abroad and graduate on time. So I knew I wanted to go to law school after graduating, but didn't know what I wanted to do. And when I saw this opportunity, when I actually heard about like week-long study abroad, so I thought that'll probably be like my best option at this point. And I kind of looked at, and once I chose economics as my major, I got really interested in development. And health, social issues are huge in promoting development, especially in like developing countries. So I felt like something like this would be extremely valuable to me, and the type of law that I'm interested in is international law. So I feel like it would kind of go hand in hand, and an experience like that would be very helpful.
Well, I love the sort of video work that you do with nonprofits. Like, I've always wanted to do that as a career, and I've done it before. I mean, you've seen me in here doing it for the Melodic Connections that I've worked for, and this is something that I think happens here too. You know, human trafficking is a big thing everywhere, and I've always been interested in learning more about it and seeing what's being done in other countries. And it's India, so also it's like a culture thing. I love new cultures, and I love the Indian culture a lot. I'm the director of Ethnic and Cultural Affairs here at UC, so a chance to explore new culture is like amazing to me. That's
because I really like to travel, and I wanted to help make an impact.
I took this class because I really wanted to study abroad to a place that I hadn't gone before, and I really liked the service component aspect of it.
I haven't really traveled outside of the country besides Italy, so I wanted to get a little bit more cultural experience.
I have a heart for social change. It's always good to take opportunities to see humanity in a wider perspective.